initially wanted to give this a 1-star rating, but I'm giving it 5 stars because of the driver who worked so hard. The desk staff really needs to reflect on their actions. I was matched with the 4 p.m. bus, and told to arrive at the office by 3:40 p.m., which I did, but it didn't depart at 4 p.m. When I asked when we were leaving, they told me to wait 5 minutes, so I waited. After about 10 minutes, I asked again when we were leaving, and they said there was a problem and it was delayed, so they asked me to wait another 10 minutes. I waited again. After 30 minutes, other people started arriving. At this point, I thought that maybe they weren't leaving because we were the only ones being picked up at 4 p.m. After about 40 minutes, I asked when we were finally leaving, and they said that the tire had a flat and they were fixing it, lol. I asked if they had a spare car, but they said no, so I waited endlessly again. So, we were supposed to take the 4 p.m. bus, but we barely got on the bus at 5 p.m. At this point, if the desk staff had told us that there was a problem and asked us to wait a bit before we even asked, I wouldn't have been so angry, but their response was absolutely garbage. They only answer when you ask. It's so frustrating. Anyway, we arrived at 3:40 p.m. and departed at 5 p.m., but guess what? There must be only one road to Ho Chi Minh City, because they blocked it off, so we were stopped on the highway for about 2 hours, and eventually the police told us we couldn't go and to turn around, so we went way up and around and somehow arrived. It took over 5 hours and we arrived in Ho Chi Minh City at 11 p.m. At first, I regretted not taking the ferry, but this is also a memory and fun, so I just wished I could go back to the accommodation, but I was angry again, but I couldn't do anything about the road conditions, so I gave up, and I thought it was a funny memory and emptied my mind. The reason I gave 5 stars despite this awful situation is because the driver drove really well. He went up to the shops on the crowded road and passed. It felt like he was driving on the sidewalk. Anyway, he went here and there well, and anyway, he was the one who drove for more than 5 hours, so I give him 5 stars. And the car was good. If it wasn't good, I can't even imagine how terrible it would have been. There was a wireless charger and it was almost like a premium bus, so I endured it, but if it was a regular bus, I would have thought I was going to die here. Desk staff, please don't do your job like that. It's so frustrating. I hate the desk. The ferry takes less time to get to Ho Chi Minh, but considering the time and cost involved in getting to the dock, I decided to take the limousine bus. It was a time when the ferry operation was unstable. The reservation confirmation is sent within 24 hours of booking, so it is recommended to make a reservation early. I asked the support center to hurry up and my reservation was confirmed 6 hours and 30 minutes later. I appreciate their sincere response. The service picks you up in front of the hotel where you are staying, so I think it is very cost-effective. The limousine bus seems to be the best solution for traveling from Ho Chi Minh to Vung Tau. This time it took about 2 hours and 40 minutes from Vung Tau to Ho Chi Minh. I also used it from Ho Chi Minh to Vung Tau, but it took 2 hours and 30 minutes. After about 1 hour and 30 minutes, it stopped at a drive-in-like place for a toilet break. There are souvenirs, drinks, snacks, etc., so you have time to buy a few things. Even though it is a limousine bus, it is a luxury car with spacious seats, so it is not tiring at all and I would like to use it again next time.